All right. All right, let me stop. Okay, let's talk, guys, because I'm here for a reason. I had to get this video off my chest. You know, there's been a lot of things happening, a lot of speculation. With streamer you ending, and the incident happening in streamer you. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the Ojay and the Max situation. Okay. First of all, I'm not here to really discuss about it because a lot of people already covered it. We know what happened. We know how the masses feel about it. I'm here to speak about everyone talking about it because it's nobody's fucking business. It's nobody's room to speak about it, like other than OJ and Max. Those are the only people. That's the word of altercation happened. It happens to two people. The world does not need to speak on it. Because honestly, we don't care. You feel me? I feel as though, everyone has taken it upon themselves to react to the situation. And not it's not bad to have an opinion on a situation because, there's a lot of streamers that's react to it, some YouTubers react to it. And the biggest thing is like, it's relevant. So of course you might cover it, but giving your opinion and going for PR is two different things. You feel me? Let's all fucking be human and give our own freaking thoughts. I feel as though the situation was taken out of proportion for what it really was. I feel like OJ isn't a bad person. I feel like Max isn't wrong for feeling how he feels. No, between the two, it was like a wrong place, wrong time type of thing. He wasn't on what he was on. Max wasn't on what OJ was on. It wasn't content. He was feeling away. OJ failed to read it for some reason, and that's how the clip went. Me personally, I would say, OJ should have maybe checked Max temp as he was telling us all this, because Max had the same face the whole time. Max was just, he wasn't feeling it. He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy, but neither here or there. OJ didn't say what he said for the clip. OJ is unapologetic himself. He doesn't give two about what anyone has to say. He's gonna speak his mind like truly, like 100%, like all the way. Like he just give a fuck. He don't give a fuck, right? That's why he said it. He even said in the clip. That's why he's not gonna feel me. He's not gonna sugarcoat it. He's gonna just say what's on his mind when it's on his mind. He's gonna do that, and that's make him wrong. It makes him real. He's a real human being. He has real opinions, and he's not afraid to voice them. That makes him very, I can respect him for that because not a lot of people are gonna do that and be unapologetic about it. Everyone's telling this man, yeah, wardrobe came to him, yeah, apologize. Is he gonna apologize for what is he apologizing for? Is he apologizing for what he said because he meant what he said? Apologizing for making for the way Max felt, like, oh, I know you mean it made you feel that way in the moment, and the fact that it was on stream, that's a different thing. You feel me? But everyone's like shut your fucking mouth. Villainizing. Everyone's villainizing OJ like he's some type of demon for having. That's a coincidence. They're just villainizing him because they think, oh yeah, you're wrong for saying that to him. No, he's not wrong for saying that to him because OJ voiced that he cares about Max. He obviously cares about him to be speaking to him, speaking to him about it instead of speaking about him. There's a lot of other streamers that talked about all the things that Max has done with the wig and the diva tattoo, and they're talking shit. They're all talking shit about him, and they're making their clips. That too don't give a fuck about Max. Those are the people that should be hated on, because if anyone's gonna be like, yeah, this was wrong of someone to do, it's those people, cuff them, and all those other people that really they're just they're clip farming. They're actually clip farming. I don't think OJ was clip farming. I don't think that maybe the conversation should have been off camera. You know, Max said, you know, maybe that's where Max draw the line. He said, if you fucked with me, you would have said that shit off cam. I would have loved to talk to you off cam. That's what he said. OJ probably wasn't really giving a fuck because OJ said, you know, after the clip goes up, he's not gonna be on social media. He doesn't give a fuck about the numbers. That's what that means to me, at least. He doesn't really care. He's probably not even gonna see the clip. He probably is living his life right now. He's probably on the fucking beach. Who fucking knows? Now I want to react to the clip. I want to react to the clip and break down everything that happened, you know, in my eyes, because, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of people are not gonna agree with my take. But let's be real. Y'all need to have your own opinions. You have to really like think with your own brain. Y'all don't go to the comment section and be like, oh yeah, OJ is wrong. What the fuck? Why would OJ say no? Let's break this shit down. Let's be real people. Yeah, we're right here. Let's all right, let me.
You're a diva. Why you wanna be a diva?
You see, Max, I feel like Max, as soon as this like started, I feel like Max automatically thought, okay, he's going for the clip. But OJ, everyone that watches OJ knows OJ likes to joke. But him joking doesn't mean he's being serious. He literally makes skits. He makes real skits that have real messages and they're jokes. He you know, like he's what would you call that? Like, what's that called? Dark humor? Not really. It's not really dark humor. He's a joker. Joker type of guy.
You're a demon. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that.
Okay, obviously, this whole part of his interaction with Max is him, you know, doing this little joke, because that's how he jokes. He said, "Why you want to be a diva?" He goes, you know, he went off of it. He said, "No, you're not a diva. You're a demon." You know, that was this way of joking, and you know, you can see Max obviously is visibly uncomfortable. I feel like, you know, in this moment he could have probably been like, you know, off cancer, but you know, I can understand how Max probably was just like, damn, like, you know, it is in a moment. It's like, damn, like, you're my man's. Like, for me, he probably didn't expect this out of OJ, even though like OJ was probably doing it out of, you know, out of love. You know, this tough love is a thing.
I think you're clip farming and you're getting your clips. You pushing the persona. You smart. You loyal.
You smart. You loyal.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've been at this, but you are not a diva.
I think it's very like important to also point out that this was like after a party. Max is very well, like, he's intoxicated. I don't think that this would have hit it obviously like hit Max. What he was saying would hit him. It had to be some truth to it, because nothing that's not true should never like make nobody feel some type of way. If it's some truth to it, it's going. You mean every other clip that Max has probably seen, of some niggas, you know, trying to bid or trying to, like, you feel me, like, you know, clip farm. He probably was like, yeah, like, fuck him, because he's trying to clip farm. Max is probably very intoxicated. He's probably high on emotions. He's probably just like, damn, like, this is kind of fucked up. He's kind of just trying to take it in. And that's probably it. He probably took it in, and that shit started to overflow, bitch. Huh? You feel me? You shit started over. You know what I mean? He took a little too much in. But you feel me? I really don't think that he would have cried or ended the stream off of that if he wasn't intoxicated. He probably need to get himself together, you know. And you know, I could understand that. And I feel like that's the only reason why it like escalated as much as it did. Everyone was going up to OJ, yeah, like hate farmer OJ. You feel me? I gotta hate farm because, you know, it made Max feel away, but at the end of the day, that's what teamed them too. I feel like, you know, and I don't think there's nobody else's place. You know, if you're gonna stick up for your friend, stick up for your friend, but don't sit there and hate farm. You feel me? There's a way of explaining and there's a way of attacking. Max didn't feel attacked. He probably felt attacked, but that doesn't justify everyone else coming to attack OJ. You feel me?
It's been over. I don't think you've been over. You're not the little boys in Clover. You're not Tota. You're not a diva. You are a grown man. PlaqueBoyMax, not PlaqueBoy Bati, not PlaqueBoy R. Are you gonna tell your son that you are a diva? Daddy, what's diva? Hey, get the f out of here. That is an abomination, Max.
I feel like the fact that it dragged on this long is probably like, because like most of these things that he was saying were jokes, but you can only take so much. But there's truth to what he's saying.
I'm proud of everything else you did.
And he gives him his props. He said, I'm not proud of you, I'm proud of everything else you did. Saying he's not proud of him was kind of like a little harsh. But he said still stuff to be proud of. Max is a huge streamer. He's accomplished a lot.
Changing your skin to Bati diva? Diva start with D. Diddy.
That's an obvious joke,
Huh?
Divas and Diddy. I don't know if they go to. I don't think they go hand in hand. So that was obviously a joke. Max doesn't have anything to do with Diddy. Max, I don't think Max ever like played with Diddy, baby oil and shit. So like, I think that was an obvious joke.
You know what? It's like this, Max. And I could speak like this because after the clips go up and they don't like me, I don't use social media no more.
I don't think this for the clips, y'all.
So I can be a crackhead for life. When you keep pushing that barrier, Max. When you keep pushing that barrier. He's talking about like, you feel me? Like, can we really speak on some things? Because there is a barrier. And males have been pushing that shit. He's speaking real shit. Let's talk. Let's listen to what he's saying. Let's open our ears and listen. And time passes. What happens? What next? What's the next engagement? What's the next clip? Don't lose yourself. Don't sell your soul, Max. They want your soul because you changed the game. Don't sell your soul. You know I have a soul. You know I don't hold my tongue. You know you the first.
And essentially what I think Ojay was trying to get across was, as your friend, just remember who you are, Remember who you are. Don't feed too much into the content. Because, people are doing a lot of crazy shit for content. We've seen several niggas twerking probably the last week or so. Several niggas twerking on stream. What are we twerking on stream? Do you twerk off stream? Are you twerking off stream? If you're not twerking off stream, why are you twerking on stream? What is selling your soul? Doing stuff that goes against your morals is selling your soul. So when he's saying, don't sell your soul, he's saying, I don't think this is you. I don't know if this is you, but don't sell your soul. If this is not you, you feel me? You don't play too much into the role. He's saying real shit. This is real shit here, bro. We have to be real, bro. Guys started from, starting to paint their nails different colors and shit. What's next? Makeup. Oh my God. What's next? Makeup? I forgot, bro. I forgot about the looks maxing community. Niggas already wearing makeup. Where does it end? You know what? OJ isn't telling cap. It's not cap, bro. Where does it fucking end? Where do we draw the line? Can we talk about that? Where do we draw the line? Because niggas is dead ass wearing makeup. We dead ass wearing makeup now, bro. We dead ass wearing makeup. It's dudes wearing makeup. These niggas is putting on makeup to look better. What do we leave for the women? Could we leave some shit for the women? How we gonna fucking like you feel me, bro? It just gets to a point. And I feel like, OJ isn't wrong for expressing this. When do we stop pushing that boundary? Where is it? Where do we draw that line? What goes too far, bro? Niggas gonna start getting surgery now, bro. Niggas already getting surgery, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
First person that ever subbed me up as a big streamer in my chat. You didn't mention it. You don't know how much I appreciate you. But you bigger than that. Don't forget, like you for your personality. Is you crazy? You need to put on no persona. You broke through with music. Is you crazy? So suck my.
Boy, and here he's giving him his props, bro. And I feel like, Max is probably too far, like, down right now to even, like, really give a fuck about what he's saying anymore. Like, you know, he probably heard so much shit from OJ that he's just like, yeah, fuck everything you're saying, bro. Let me get the fuck out of this interaction. But he's dead ass giving him his props, bro.
I don't like you.
We didn't like when people. All I'm saying is when you wanna react to something, don't just point out all the negative. Don't just sit there and paint that image, because that's what it is. Like, to have a platform, bro. It means that you get to cover things in your own, how you see in your eyes. I feel as though a lot of people aren't covering things authentically. I feel like people are just pushing the PR answers. They're pushing straight, like, you feel me, straight, like, majority rule shit. Like, no, we're not, like, let's not do that. Let's be fucking real. You know, some creators that are actually real, like Rod G's, Trey Rags. These are real niggas that aren't afraid to speak their mind. They're gonna speak their mind and they're gonna tell it truthfully, and they're not gonna sit there and, you feel me, PR farm. Like,
But you mean like you. Don't let rage bait you on your own stream. Is you crazy? You him. You not no diva. Oh, not try that. That's not true. You playing the character too much. God, you not no diva. I'm a pop it.
OJ just felt like, you know, Max is playing the character too much. And, you know, is that his place to say, oh, you're playing the character too much? Only Max knows if he's playing the character. But OJ felt as though maybe Max is playing the character. He felt like he had to address it. That's what this seems like.
Because I'm not going to get no comments today. I'm talking about, I'm going to get my, because I went to SU.
I ain't go.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'll give you that. You have to dime me on that. You got 5. I'll give you that. You fly. But not no diva.
That was a long interaction. Damn.
I'm gonna end my stream.
I feel it's really, and it really sucks, bro. I feel like, you know, the fact that it made him feel such a way and everyone going to his defense, I don't think that's a bad thing, but, like, we have to, like, be real. Like, we can't just sit there and, you know, just because if it seemed like Max was, like, targeted or, like, he felt attacked or whatever, you don't just sit there and go like, oh, why'd you do that to Max? You get the facts. That's what you do. You get the fucking facts. Y'all ask what happened. Y'all letting them tell you what happened, and then y'all going ahead and taking what y'all want to hear. Like, that's not cool, bro. That's not, feel me, that's not real. Be real with yourselves. If someone would have went up to OJ and been like, damn, you said that, that's how you felt. Okay, how did Max feel? I don't think no one asked OJ how did Max feel about it, or how you think Max felt about it. No one asked OJ that before saying, yo, you should apologize. If you would have asked him how did Max feel about it, he was like, oh, I don't know, apparently he said he cried. Then I would say, you know, maybe you should go check up on him and apologize. Maybe, like, apologize for not what you said, but how it came off. Apologize how it made him feel. You don't apologize for what you mean, because OJ meant what he said. He stood on it, and I respect him for standing on it. But, you know, it's a difference between, like, don't ever apologize for being yourself. The same thing that Max isn't gonna do. Max is gonna sit there and be like, yeah, bro, like, oh, maybe I'm on some weird shit. He's gonna be himself, right? Y'all tell him OJ to apologize for being himself. That's him. OJ talks a lot of fucking shit and likes to joke a lot, bro. Like, as soon as we seen him on the scene, bro, he was bitter on Rakai. Like, come on, let's be real.
I've been streaming this whole time, and I've been having a lot of fun. You know, people just really just accepting me for who I am, honestly, the whole time. So it's just felt like, damn, I felt like I enjoyed this shit again. But, you know, the reason I turned the camera back on is because I want to be real with y'all. Like, that's why I started doing this shit in the first place, because streaming ability, I feel like, all right, streaming, give me the ability to do that, you know? That's why I love it in the first place. I feel like I've always been able to be me. And even if they don't fuck with me, or like viewers and fans, if they, like if they I explain it, hate on me or don't me, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know them. But on my own platform, it's like, damn, bro, if you with me and really felt that way, why would you say on the stream in front of hundreds of you don't care about it for real. You just don't know it go viral. This is me. I'm Prince. This is me. Like, I don't give a bro. I might be a little weird.
And everything Max says here, we're not gonna sit here and take it away from Max either. Everything that Max says here is real too. I wanna lie. Like, Max said, you know, like, if you really fucked with me, you wouldn't have did it on my platform. This is where people see him. That's his shit. So I feel like Max is more so like more fucked up about the fact that Ojay did it like not even on stream, but he did it on his stream. He did it on Max's stream, and then that probably rubbed him the wrong way. That was the boundary. Like I said before, that was probably you feel me. That's probably like where he draw the line. Where do you draw the line for like bids and shit? Like, come on, bro. He probably the situation's probably so real for him that it was just like, yeah, like this could have been handled off stream. Like for him to do this on stream, it kind of like, for me, it was too much.
Bro, might tell some I don't give a what's wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You're corny, and you just think out of the next thing. You don't have your own mind, bro. That's whack. But I'm gonna be myself.
That's and what he's saying. Y'all need to take heed to what he's saying here. Y'all think how the next nigga think. Just cause everybody else saying, yeah, you feel me? This, that, and the third, that was fucked up. That don't mean that that's how you gotta interpret shit too, bro. Honestly, I think that, you know, what OJ said wasn't wrong. Probably the way he said it, probably what Max said on his platform, that was probably drawing for me. But at the end of the day, that's probably how he felt. And Max isn't wrong for feeling the way he felt either, bro. If that's probably the main reason why he was upset too, bro. Like, feel me? I wouldn't want nobody to come up to me and start talking shit. I'm gonna be like, yeah, go the fuck ahead. I'm not gonna lie.
Regardless, none of y'all can don't care. You might think that because you're closed-minded, but it's one love, bro. It's one love. It's one love, bro. It don't matter. Gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro? So I don't care, bro. OJ, if you with me, you said that off camera. You could have pulled me aside. I'd love to talk to you off camera. Why you saying that on camera? It's cool. I love y'all, bro. Good off this, to be honest. I'm gonna just go chill, all right? I love y'all, but remember this always. Always be yourself. What they say. I don't care. I'm gonna wear my wigs. I don't give a f. I got diva tag. I'm gonna keep it forever. This is who I am. Thief, I'm fly. I'm on my own shit. That's me. So always be yourself. Embrace what make you different, because that's what's gonna make you pop. All right? I love y'all, bro.
It was a good message at the end, so I'm not gonna lie. You know, be yourself, shit like that. You know what I mean? That's real shit. That's real shit. That's real shit too. Feel me? Regardless of what that is. Feel me? I'm not, I mean, regardless of what it is, be yourself. Be yourself shit, man. Fuck it in. Fuck it in, eh? But look, all I'm here to say is, for me, don't PR farm. Stop hate farming. That shit not cool. Have your own opinion. My opinion is Max isn't wrong for feeling how he felt. You know, he probably, the interaction probably shouldn't have went the way it went. Shouldn't have been on the stream. He didn't like that it was on the stream. He's valid for that. OJ isn't wrong for, you know, feeling how he, not feeling how he felt, but like, you know, addressing him. He wasn't wrong for addressing him. Maybe the way he addressed him could have been better. But, you know, nothing that he said wasn't fake. It didn't seem like it was out of animosity. It seemed like he was just trying to, you know, not check his temp, but like, you know, like reality check my man. Like, feel me? Like, yeah, bro, don't lose yourself in this shit. Don't lose yourself in the content, bro. That's real shit, bro. They both had real messages. The way the situation went out was probably not, you know, wasn't the right way. But at the end of the day, it happened. And, you know, the only people that should really feel the right to really clear the situation up is OJ and Max. I think that they should speak maybe off cam, talk about the situation. I don't think that this should be detrimental to the relationship because I feel like, there are two great creators and I don't think that they should, make that disconnect, make that break that what they say.
Shut your fucking mouth!
What do they say, bro? Cut that connection.
No!
Say, bro? Fuck it, nigga. I don't know. They should not be friends anymore, y'all. That's what I'm trying to fucking say. God damn it. Don't cut them ties. Yeah, man. This is my first appearance on my channel. My first actual video. I'm here to I want to cover this because as the first video, it's kind of crazy for me to cover this, but I feel like it's a bigger message to be had. Like, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be unapologetic myself.
Huh?
Every thought I have, I'm not really gonna give a fuck about, spewing it online. Cancel me if you like. If you might want to try, I don't really care for me. Damn, yo, I gotta find a fucking intro. Let's try some shit out real quick, y'all. I'll put my ski mask on for this one. It's La La World coming back to you with another banger, a shanger, and be tuned for the next one, nigga. Was that tough, y'all?
No!
No? Alright, my fault.
No!